welcome back. So they didn't give me my fucking contract. And so I was like, okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna work extra harder this year. I gave him that because I was just like, I could have done better. I could have done better. So my partner was having a baby. One of my partners was having a baby. So, but in that, I had, because I'm good at what I do. I was extremely good at what I do, and can't nobody take that away from me. So my the partner that was having a baby, I learned like he was extremely mean to me. He was extremely jealous of me. He would talk down to me, and so like he started doing jealous people shit. Like he would like create extenuating circumstances. He would make me look bad in front of people or try to make me look bad. When I asked him questions, he would treat me like I was dumb. Like he was just he made it look like he was trying to help me, but he really wasn't trying to help me. But like my partner, like the business partner, the one who made the most money, like it was like an old friend. They had been friends for a long time, and I try to tell the person, I try to tell my business partner, I was like, look, this dude don't like me, and I'm I know everything I need to know. I don't need to be working under him because he is mean and he does not know how to be a manager. And like, I don't think he want me here. So I promise you, on a phone call, this dude comes to me. He say, "Well, yeah, he's doing that because I did it to him, and it's just a little hazing fun, and so." Just get through it because that's what all salespeople did. So I try to push my way through it. So I started traveling and meeting with clients and kind of handling clients because in addition to sales, I was a project manager and I knew how to work with outside counsel, and I was starting to get accolades. Like people was happy about what I was doing. The clients that I work with would be like they would write raving reviews about me. Oh, this guy, my other partner absolutely did not like that. He was not happy about that shit at all. So, all right, give me a second. Was tripping on me in December about just going home to see my family because they needed me to work so that they could be off on vacation. Um, like I had kind of started taking notes because first things first, I'm a lawyer by trade, and I didn't see too much corporate espionage. So I was just like, all right, I'm gonna start saving emails and saving money because I might have to dip from this bitch because they seem to be very rude. Like this man was like, you can't talk like that. Like I had made a joke with one of the guy's bosses, and I was going on vacation, and he was just like, something about 8 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be drunk because I was gonna be in fucking Louisiana. I'm a grown ass woman, so this guy was like, you can't talk to anybody like that. I couldn't do it, so you can't do it, and he just used to hammer in and hammer in and hammer in and hammer in, and so I was like, like when we got into it about that, I realized that this guy just wanted to have power over me. He just wanted to tell me what to do. Like he wanted to use my gift for his benefit, and if he can't use it for his benefit, he wouldn't really fuck with me. So I realized that I peeped game, and I was like, okay, cool, whatever. All right. So fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. So the hazing got so bad that I reported like I told my supervisor. So because when I got hired, I didn't know that my teammate would be my supervisor. It wasn't on paper, but it was on paper. But I had an actual supervisor, and so my supervisor, I told my supervisor about this. He had been knowing about this. They had hazed me so bad that one time I was like, look, I'm gonna just leave for the week because y'all like it was talking to me so disrespectfully. Like they talked over me. They acted like I was not a fucking human. When I say not a fucking human, we'd be in a room and like they'll talk about me like I wasn't there. Like if I suggest something, they'll just fucking ignore me. Like they would treat me like I was not a human. Like my suggestions didn't matter. It didn't even have to do with business. It could have to do with me. Like I would tell him, hey, I can do this, and the other guy would be like, no, she can't, and they'll believe the other guy over me. So I was like, yeah, this is not, at this point, it ain't even about the money. You guys just simply don't fucking respect me. One time it got so bad that I tried to, because the guy was like, don't send emails, don't send certain things in emails. But essentially, I found out that was so it wouldn't be no paper trail. But I had sent the email. I was like, hey, the way you're handling me is very disrespectful. Don't talk to me like that. I'm grown, you grown. Like we don't think the same, so do not think for me, and like just things like that. And then that's the same week that was actually in May. That was the same week that they was like that I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a week off, which I had the time saved up, but not even saved up. We didn't have to save up time. It was FTO. Everybody had everything. The guy actually told me that I could take off. So I take off. I go to my mental health awareness conference. I come back and then I gotta have a meeting with HR because at this point they didn't went to HR on me and lied on me and said that I was being a hostile black girl after I had asked them politely time and time and time and time and time again. So after that, I saw how they was playing it and I went to HR because I still wasn't trying to rat on them. I still wasn't trying to get them in trouble because they gave me an opportunity that I had never had before. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna rattle y'all, but I went to HR on some, hypothetical shit. If this happened, what would happen? If this happened, what would happen? So I went to HR. HR was like, well, if that's happening, you should, make a report, whatever, whatever. And I talked to my boss and my real boss, and then I was like, okay, cool. Because in that HR meeting, I told him, I was like, I understand what you're saying, but if you ever do what you did to me again, I'm going to fucking leave. I'm never going to come back. I'm going to do the same thing again because you can't treat a human. It was treating me so inhumane. I was like, okay, cool. So long story short, this guy, right after my aunt passed, he did it again. They used to nitpick at my problems. They used to nitpick at my, little mistakes. Like, this guy had been training me for 2 years at this point. It doesn't take 2 years to train anybody on something. And if it takes 2 years to train somebody, then you need to let them go. But the problem was, it wasn't about training me. It was about being in controlling me, controlling my day. Like, one time, I had something to do. Like, I learned the desk very fastly. And I never fucked up. I never missed anything. But this guy wanted to, I had to go run and do something because I was moving. And he was just like, you were going for 3 hours, but nothing got messed up. I just didn't move and jump when he wanted me to jump. And so my aunt had passed, and this nigga had tried it. He had talked to me disrespectful after I had talked to HR. After we had this meeting, they had already set me up. So they forced me out. It was either stay here and be harassed. This nigga used to, I got emails. I got all of the things where this nigga used to fucking harass me. Right? So I go to HR about this. I played them because the goal was, I believe, because they didn't want me to get to that contract of commission on the dollar because that would take money out of somebody else's pocket. They couldn't get more money. So the goal was, I'm 100% sure, to force me out of the position. Well, bitch, you got it. Because I ain't going to stay nowhere I'm not fucking wanted. I don't come to work to be hazed. And I know, like I said, I know it's being hazed because he told me I was being hazed. So I go to HR, and so I play it because I quit the team, but I didn't quit the job because, bitch, you're going to have to fire me. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm setting up a lawsuit at this point. You're going to have to fire me because this is a unsafe work environment at this point. The mental well-being of me, and it wasn't people, it wasn't just me, but I was the only one that's bold enough to say something. I was the only one who had the smarts and the wherewithal to document everything that was going on. So I'm like, okay, bet. So on Juneteenth, I type up an email. I was like, I would like to quit this team, but I would not like to quit this job. So they have HR, they have the legal department contact me, they have HR contact me. This point, so first off, at the point that I was like, I gotta leave this team, I had no intention, or I didn't expect them to, one, continue to let me work there. I already knew that I might just lose my job. I had literally just got a new place to live. I was moving in a couple of weeks, but I knew I had just got braces. But I was prepared. Listen. So I already knew what the move was, but I'm setting up for a lawsuit. They don't understand that. So they say, well, we're going to launch an investigation. So I'm really not I'm still thinking either it was like, you can find a job in a company, we can launch an investigation, and then we'll go from there. So they gave me some projects to do on the side. And so I'm waiting for the outcome of the investigation because the outcome of the investigation matters, especially in a lawsuit. So long story short, I was working on some projects, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, I get an email that I will be terminated literally the week after I move into my house, bitch. I was like, okay, cool. So at the end of the day, I'm not about to fight y'all because first off, thank you for the fucking opportunity to let me continue working. I didn't even think that was gonna be a thing, but let me know what the outcome of the investigation was. So they found in the investigation that the team was at fault. There was they may have been some wrongdoing, XYZ, but we still gonna let you go. So I was like, so you mean to tell me that this company is a company that allows people to be hazed, bullied, and harassed, and you're gonna fire me, but let them work? And the lady was like, she couldn't say nothing. She even said to me, she was like, I wouldn't have stayed in that environment. I said, but you want me to stay in this environment? So that happened. All right, we about to run out of time. So last reel on this, I'll actually be getting dressed. So let me tell you, in the meantime, in between time, how I found out about the people in the business world and how they were all about money and not really about humans and their well-being. Tap in for next week's episode, beach.